give you a call to come get me.
King Martin, what's up with you, man?
What's good, big fella? How you doing? We chilling. We out here. We in the building. Excited for another amazing show of Look in the Mirror Conversation. Want to know who gonna come conversate with us today? Yeah, I mean all that good stuff.
For
And my
sure.
Lakers in the chip, baby. 1 down, 3 to go. Rest in peace, Kobe. LeBron. Ah! That's how we doing. How we
I
doing?
knew you was about to
Lake
start
Show.
that up, man. I knew you was
Slave
about to
to
start
none,
that
baby.
up.
Slave to none. Shout out to Gary Red. Lake Show. Huh?
I knew you was gonna do it, man. I knew you was gonna do it, man. So what's
To be
good over
honest,
there with you, man?
everything's blessed, man. Everything's beautiful, man. No complaints, man. I'm sitting over here with family. You know, we over here arguing, battling out. You know how we do. Video games, sports, get it in. You know what I mean? What about you? Talk to me nice. What you got going on in your life over there?
Man, doing good, man. Like I said, just handling some family biz, man. Just keeping some stuff in motion, man. Like I said, some good opportunities presenting themselves, man. So yeah, man, just
Okay.
keeping the show rolling, man. Just trying to move things forward, put the family in a better position, man. So, just building, man.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna hit this fan. I'm gonna turn this fan off so it's not that loud on my side, and we're gonna go from there.
So what's good to anybody who's joined the show? Welcome to Look in the Mirror, the conversation. Give 1 sec. We're gonna get King Martin back in the room and just get this thing going. So yeah, like I said, once again, welcome to the show. Like I said, we go by the name of Look in the Mirror, the conversation. Two young brothers having those hard conversations that affect the community. And then things that that need to be discussed that are typically off limits. Like I said, we like to bring them to you rough and raw, unedited, just to get down to the root of these issues and get to some solutions. So, Lester, once again, everybody, welcome to the show. And if you're just joining us for the first time, hit us down in the comments. Say what's up to us so we know you're here. And then we're gonna get this popping off.
I'm on my way. Wait, I'm on my way. Me and the Lord is on the way.
No, you good, man. You good. So just
Man.
giving the folks a chance to get in here. I see we got a couple folks starting to flow
Load them
in.
up,
So
load them up. Hey, make sure you shout out our amazing sponsors. Wait, that'll give us a little time. Let's get these sponsors in there. You know, we got bills to pay.
let me see if I can get my sponsors up real quick, man. You be catching me off guard, man. Hold on, man.
Hey,
We got let me say what's up to Tasha Willis. How you doing, Tasha? See you down in the comments.
hey, let me send this link out to a couple of people if they want to join the chat just as well. Give me a sec.
Go ahead. Make sure you share that live out too, not just the link, but the live too. All right, just bear with us for 1 minute. We're gonna get this stuff shared out real quick so we can get started. And Tasha, I see you down in the comments, so make sure you I know you got something to say. I know you got something to say once we get into this. So yeah, go ahead and lay it on out. You know what, low key, Tasha, you should have came on the panel with us. I could have shot you a link. You could have got on the panel with us. But yeah, give us a couple just a little bit. As soon as Los come back, we'll get going. He's just sharing out the link and all that. He'll be right back. Oh, you said we're surely about to see, huh? No, I know you got something to say. I already know what it is, but we're gonna get into it though. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, I do. I know you be ready. I know you be ready. Come on, Los, where you at, man? Let's get this going. Let me get him 1 more minute, then we'll get into this. You let me know if you want to hit that link, Tasha. You can come on the show. It's right there, that StreamYard.com link. You can come on. Look at this. See, your boy be taking all day. Look at him. Taking all day. Got folks wait. Let's see. Like I said, the link is right there, Tasha. If you want to hit that link, store it in your browser. Like I said, StreamYard.com. And there's a series of letters and numbers right after that. You throw it in your browser, and it'll put you on the feed with us on the panel. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. So yeah, what's good, everybody? So once again, we're just waiting on Los to get back, so we can get into this show. I think that's him here now.
All right.
You back, man?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I had you know, send out the link to a couple of special people, see if they had a little time for us today.
Man, I was about to send the FBI looking for you, man. I'm like, where Los at, man?
Actually, they just came.
Really?
We yelling about the Lakers versus the Celtics, and we get a knock at the door.
Uh-oh.
Is there fighting going on? Not at all. We're doing a show. We're doing a live show. I got my live stream set up. I got my ring light set up. Come and check it out if you like.
Man, you know how it is, man. Come on, you that wasn't Karen. What they call her, Karen? That wasn't Karen, was it?
Possibly Central Park. You know, she over here. She everywhere.
Right. That's for sure. For sure. So yeah, man. Let's get on into this, man.
Well, talk to me.
So we got an interesting title on this show tonight, and we titled this show "Whose Man's Is This?" Man, so
America's man. You know what I mean? Y'all voted them in.
So man, we gotta apply that to both sides, man. So we gotta ask whose man's is this for Biden, and we gotta ask whose man's is this for Trump. What she say in the comments? She say, let's see. He say it's lights, cameras, action time. Oh, see, okay. Yeah, see, Tasha trying to show some love. I'm trying to get her to come on the panel, man. She acting scared.
Come join the panel.
But yeah, we got to say this for both of these cats, man. So the show is based off the debate, man, that took place the other day between Trump and Biden, man. And I don't even know how to describe it. That's why I need Tasha to get on the show. I don't even know how to describe the debate, man.
Two girls arguing back and forth. No one wants to listen.
But you know what, man? It was past arguing though, man. Like it was like I said, Trump, man, this cat just would not shut up for no time, man. Like every time they presented a question to Biden, man, Trump was just talking over the media, the moderator, talking over Biden. And then vice versa, man. Biden was doing the same thing, man. Like I said, it just was no type of, you know, when you get an image of what you think a president's supposed to be, right? It wasn't represented by either one of them cats. Let me just be real about it.
America's representation. If we had to do an analysis of representation, and we really sit back and we look at the scenario, does these two people that we allowed to be in these positions look like the representation that you want? Is this a representation of your standards, your morals, your ethics, and who you are? If this person was supposed to be the leader of your team, not just the country, but of your team, your captain into your future, is this what it looks like? Now, technically, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I blame us personally.
Okay, I'm listening.
We didn't go out and vote how we needed to. Because a lot of people are like, well, I don't like this candidate. I don't like that candidate. It's the lesser of two evils. Well, what were we doing before we allowed these two people to be in the last race? How are we voting then?
Yeah, that's a valid point, man. But see, even in that argument, so that argument is debatable, right? So people, you know, and I've heard this because people are constantly posting about this on my timeline. So I see it all the time. And my question to that is, why do we assume that this situation happened, right? Like, I'll just use Trump in particular, right?
You're going deep.
No, let's just get into it, man. I see it all the time, man, and I have to question it. Why do we assume that the reason why Trump got into office was because we didn't go out and vote? Like, why do we think that? Because see, I think that's a very inaccurate statement, man, because at the end of the day, we don't know who people are voting for. And I think what we're doing is we're making an assumption that because of the color of somebody's skin, that dictates who they're gonna vote for. So I think typically we think because somebody is a black person that they automatically gonna vote for a Democratic candidate, and that ain't true.
Well, not every black person voted for Obama, so we know that ain't true.
There it is. So my point to that is we gotta, at some point, we gotta stop saying somebody won because somebody ain't get out there and vote. Like, that's
Are
not
you
true. Like,
trying to
a
say,
lot of
Mr.
them
Price,
people.
that votes don't count?
Say that again.
Would you be alluding, Mr. Price, to votes not counting?
Well, no, I already know, man. I done put that out there before, man. Votes, I mean, votes really don't count like we think they do. Unless I put that out there a long time ago, and I stand by that, man. So that hasn't changed. But I see people making that statement so much, and I see people making that statement for this upcoming election, saying that if you don't get out and vote, or yeah, if you don't get out and vote, then this is gonna happen. Like, I see people saying if you don't get out and vote, that's a vote for Trump, right? I see that all day long.
That's the manipulation, though, and the brainwashing and conditioning, from my perspective, because people try to control what you do. It's almost as ignorant as the statement of, Kwesi, you're not black if you don't vote for me.
Right. It makes no sense to me, Los. Like, it really doesn't, man. And then, like I said, to make this assumption, because I said I was looking at some folks posting about it today. If you don't go out and vote, that's a vote for Trump. And I'm like, so why is it not, if you don't go out and vote, that's a vote for Biden?
Right.
Like, it just makes no sense, man. And like you said, it does. It starts to feel like manipulation. It starts to feel like a fear tactic, because I'm like, what stats are you looking at that tells you if somebody don't go out and vote, that's a vote for Trump? Like,
it can't sway for either or. But sometimes when you're already, it's almost like the house rules in Vegas. The house always wins type of stereotype or whatever else that they try to use. The propaganda, the manipulation of, like you said, the scare tactic. Well, if you don't do this, well, that means you're trying to force me to do this. But the vote is supposed to be your vote. Now, what kills me, Mr. Price, when you say these things, right? I hate how you can say, you know what? Even though I don't agree with a lot of things that President Trump says, and I'm not telling y'all my vote either way, you know what I mean? I hate how, if one person does say something that you agree with, like, that's an interesting point. Oh, you must be a supporter. Oh, hold on, bro. The clock can be right 2 times out of the day. You know what I mean? But that doesn't, I hate when people try to put you in a box. You know what I mean? If you state something about business, or you look at it from a perspective and you're open-minded or independently or a free thinker, and you're able to make your own decisions and not allowing other people to categorize you and put you in boxes. You know what I mean? Right. But I hate when people try to paint narratives and use one paintbrush to make it seem like all sides fit one box or whatever. You know what I mean? One size fit all.
For sure. And this, like I said, it's a young gentleman in the comments right now, man, by the name of Garrick Smith, man. And you know, Garrick, I'm gonna go ahead and tell your business, man. He's been posting lately, man, and they've been all over him, man. Like I said, they got him labeled.
That young man up here to the panel.
Yeah, they got him labeled a Trump supporter. I done seen all type of stuff, man. And it's just, like I said, my man is just bringing up points to you know, kind of trigger people's thoughts and to get them to think about and process stuff. And they've been on his head, man. They've been on his head.
This is a perfect time for you not to just post, but for you to have a platform to speak about it.
Yeah, he might come check us out, man. Like I know he was saying he had some he was in a session. But yeah, Garrick, man, if you free up, man, come join us on the show, man. I wanted to get your perspective, man, because I know like I said, I know you got a perspective on this topic. So yeah, Garrick, if you free up, man, come join us, man. Come join us. But yeah, man, it's just like I said, just kind of touching back on that debate, man. I got a chance to see some craziness, man.
What did you do?
Man, like I said, it just the way that these guys were articulating thoughts, the personal attacks. I mean, it got to a point, man, where Trump was bringing up Biden's, you know, I guess Biden's son had some drug problems at some point, and he was bringing that up, man. And like I said, it was on some real disrespectful type stuff, and I'm like, what does that have to do with the debate, right? So we're supposed to be talking about the outcome of the country.
Right.
And you sitting here talking about, you know, this guy's son and his drug addiction. And like I said, Biden, you know, he went on and admitted to it, and, you know, and kind of validated the discussion. But, you know, but also said, once again, you know, we talking about humans here. You know what I'm saying? Things happen to you. You know, addictions are part of some people's reality. And, you know, my man worked on it, got himself together, and got back to business. So he went on and put it to bed, man. But the fact that it even got brought up, I'm like, man, like, what does this have to do with a presidential debate, man? Like, literally.
It's ignorant, it's childish, but like it's hard to throw rocks at a glass house because if the president actually looks at his home, his glass home, with all the different flaws and from all the different statements, from all the different things that he's actually been a part of, from grabbing by the pussy or anything that he stated before in that position, you're not one to talk about someone's child like that. That's a drug issue. And if anything, it's more so if you look at people like that, you have people in the country that use drugs.
Right.
So if you're only going to demean them, how is that helping the country be better? So what we need to do is continue to come up with different plans to reinforce about how we can fix these different scenarios in America. Because if all you're going to do is throw rocks at people, how are you making America great again?
Right. True. Let me just shout everybody in the comments. So yeah, shout out to Tasha, shout out to Garrick, and I think that's either Shanae or Chantel. She's the one who just put the comment up and said Hunter Biden was caught in human trafficking scandal. I wasn't aware of that, and I think that's, I don't want to mispronounce your name. I think it's Shana or Shanae. But yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But still, to that point, I'm not sure how that really plays into the debate. Like, I understand that you're saying that, you know, I don't know if this was proven or alleged. I said I'm not sure. I wasn't aware of it. But I'm still trying to figure out how does that play into the debate. Like I said, we're talking about two alleged professional men, you know, basically competing for the highest position essentially in the free world. And they literally were mudslinging. You know, it was like some old, you know, elementary school playground type of stuff, man. And I'm like, you know, I'm not in politics, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, is this how this is supposed to be? Like, like, is this how this is supposed to go? Like, we're at a time where everybody is in a huge debate about the candidates, right? So I don't think anybody right now honestly can say, and that's if you're Republican or Democrat, I don't think anybody can honestly say that they're fully comfortable with their vote this time around. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there.
What do you do? Because, you know, what I don't like is this statement: which one is the lesser of two evils?
Right.
That statement bothers me so bad that we have to choose from two things that people view as evil. Chloe made a great point. His son has nothing to do with what Joe is doing for the country. I mean, as parents, you know, you can love your kids, you can raise your kids right, but at the end of the day, they still have their own choices to make. And if they don't follow a path that you laid out for them with being morally ethic or outstanding citizens or whatever you want to call it, that shouldn't only be backlash on your character of who you are and if you're able to run a country correctly. And that is what I thought the debate would be more towards. I thought that it would be about how we can make America better, more united, because as we can see from my perspective, it looks like America's being stripped apart.
Right. I feel you on that. Let me read this comment, man. Tasha says it doesn't. And I think she was, yeah, I think she was kind of responding to Chloe's comment and your point as well. But she said it doesn't. How does his son's life prove he would or wouldn't be a good president? It's ridiculous. No, and I agree with you on that, Tasha. And that's why I said the debate, it just took a left turn because, like I said, we're talking the next person to lead the free world. And we're mudslinging about your family members, right? Like I said, I didn't hear Biden talking about, you know, I don't even remember his wife's name. I don't even know what her name is. Mela something. But yeah, his wife. But I'm like, I don't remember hearing Biden talking about his family, his son, his daughter, none of that. Like I said, I think Biden was trying to address some business, and you know, Trump was on some other stuff, man.
Professional troll.
Right. Oh, well, we got another comment right here, man. This is Will Thompson. What's going on, Will Thompson? He says, I'm fully comfortable. F-U-C-K Trump.
Fuck Trump is what he said. I said.
Hey, and we got kids on this show. I'm trying to be politically correct, man. So this is a family show, Los.
It is a family show. Beep, 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 fuck Trump. Okay. Is what he said. Because kids know how to read. They ain't crazy.
No, that's true. That's true.
Well, let's go back to this question. I want to ask the audience this. What do you do if you don't like neither candidate? And how do we allow us to get to that situation?
Right. Okay, so everybody, let's say that's the question. So if you don't like either candidate, what do you do? So hit us down in the comments so we know what the direction is if you don't like either candidate. We got another comment from Daryl Davis. What's up, Mr. Davis? His family right here. He says, I can say I'm truly comfortable right now. Oh, y'all just trying to prove me wrong. Now everybody comfortable. You see what I'm saying, Los? See what I be dealing with? This family right here.
They just trying to trip us up on the show, but they so comfortable, but they won't come and join us on the panel.
Get comfortable on the panel with us. Get on the panel with us. Let's have this talk. He says, Trump literally asked. He said Trump literally, Trump literally asked his white supremacist group to stand by, essentially to await a call to arms. Why is there even a debate? Now, you know what, Daryl? So yeah, I saw some people talking about the fact. Yeah, I saw some people talking about the fact that he told, I think it's what they call them, the Proud Boys, something like that.
Yeah,
because I think at that point they was trying to get him to denounce the white supremacist groups.
Can I ask a question? You say that too? The Proud Boys. What are you proud of? Proud of what?
Man, you know what? So I did look into that. So I looked into this Proud Boy group, and it's led by this guy. And of course, there's some footage from this guy. He had a little kind of podcast, radio show type thing, and yeah, he's a piece of work, man. He's a character, man. You know, he was
talking. What did he say, Clay? Talk to us. What did he say?
Man, dude was talking about killing folks. Dude was talking about folks. I'm gonna leave it at that. some nice tanned folks, if you know what I mean.
Okay. All right.
He was talking about proud Trump supporters need to arm up and go handle some business, man. Like, he was putting it out there, man. And like I said, I know the media can manipulate stuff, but I'm like,
would.
But yeah, dude was a piece of work, man. I say he was saying some very questionable things, man. So
just telling this truth, man.
Yeah. Like that. There it is. Let's see, Chloe Price. So she responded to your question, man. She said, "Don't vote."
Oh, how do y'all feel about Chloe's her answer about not voting?
We got more. Let me get some more. Let's see. We got Tasha. Tasha says, let's see, if you don't like either candidate, you honor your true self, and it just jumped on me. You honor your true self and stand 10 toes down in your decision. Okay, so Tasha said, boss up and do what you feel you need to do. Okay, so that's two right there. Let's see. Tasha also says, let's see. She said, honor your true self. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay,
I got a young man over here, Quay, said that's the wrong decision not to vote.
Really?
I'm gonna put him on blast. Somebody said you better vote. Ain't that what you said? Ain't that how you feel? Now speak up. People want to hear you. Don't go quiet now.
Let me get some more of these comments. We got more. So let's see. Tasha also.
Bam.
Okay. Hold that thought. We're gonna put him on blast. Hold that thought. So Tasha also said, let's see, if you don't like either candidate to if you don't like either candidate to the point of feeling like it's not worth it to vote, then then you honor your true self and stand 10 toes down in it. It's really no one's business anyway. Okay, that's facts, Tasha. That's facts. I feel you on that. Let's see. Then we got Nina. You supposed to be on the show. She in the comments over here. Let's see. Nina said it's a call to arms for Black folk. I heard every word he said. Okay.
Wait. So who you talking about, Miss Thornton? Who called to arms for Black folks? Who did that?
Elaborate on that, Nina. Who's every word that you heard that he said? I think I know you're talking about, but yeah, go ahead and hit us in the comments. Let us know.
I just want her to elaborate a little bit. Let her elaborate. Go and get it out there.
Or you can come on the show, Nina. You know what it is. You know where the link at. Come on.
Look. Let me tell y'all something. Me and Quay are just friends, conversating. We're not up here saying we're experts. We're not up here saying we know it all. We just want to have a conversation. A free-spirited conversation where you can feel open to express yourself and your thoughts, and we can respectfully agree and disagree with each other. So please don't be ashamed to come give your opinion.
For sure. And like I said, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. So either you got to, I think it's either Shana or Shanae. So if you can just hit that in the comments, let me know so I can, make sure I'm saying your name right. She said because Biden is complicit in human trafficking. And she said, I do not vote either.
Hey, can you and since you can we see the facts in that? You know what I mean? We don't want to be misleading our audience or just throwing out any information. And I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, but can you send some links or some factual things that back that statement about that, please, to educate all of us? She was saying that Biden is complicit in trafficking. I'm like, yo, can you fact check that? Can you show us some proof on that? Because we don't want to just throw things out there like that and mislead our audience, because we have fans that do watch us and appreciate our conversation.
Facts. Yeah, no, we want to keep it as accurate and genuine as possible. So yeah, just let us know, Shauna. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm saying that right. I'll just say Chantel for now. Just let us know. And we also got, let's see, Vernon Burton. He said conversing. And Nina said she heard what Trump said. So yeah, she was referring to what Trump said. So
so do you think he was speaking to wait. So when Trump said stand by, you believe he was telling black people to stand by and get ready?
No, I think she's saying that he was telling the Proud Boys to stand by, because as I understand it, there's some type of little militia group or whatever you want to call them. And he was telling them to stand by and basically get ready, just in case we got to pop it off.
Get ready for what? Can we clarify about what we're getting ready for, or what they were talking about possibly getting ready for, so that way anybody who might not understand what we're talking about can have full clarity?
All right, Nina, I just sent you that link.
Quay, can you clear that up? I said, I'm saying, can you clear that up about the call to arms and getting ready to stand by for what? What two sides are we talking about? What can we have more clarity in that, please?
So I think what, at least what I've been seeing in posts is when they asked him to denounce the white supremacy, which he did not, he made a call to the or a statement to the little group, the Proud Boys. Like I said, as I understand it, they some type of little militia group or whatever they do. Right. But he made a statement to them, basically told them to basically stand by. And I think people were insinuating that he's saying, because I've watched a couple videos about the statement, and basically what they're saying is he's saying if he doesn't win the election, then it's almost like he gonna get him to go ahead to get it popping, right? So I don't know if that's gonna be a battle.
Can I translate, Corey?
Go ahead and translate it, man.
So we went to the club or whatever, so we hanging out, and this dude bumped into me. I'm like, yo, bro, hey, hold tight real quick. He bumped me again. We might have to handle it a little later. You know what I'm saying? We might have to holler at this dude in the parking lot. Just be ready. All right, we clear. Okay. I just wanted to translate for those who might not speak the language of that or whatever else. Is basically saying there's a situation that's about to pop off, and if things don't go the way I need it to go, just be ready to go ahead and pop off.
No, Tasha, right. Let me say allegedly. She right. Thank you, Tasha. Let me make sure I throw that disclaimer out there. Allegedly.
Oh. Okay. So one of the homies, he was basically saying another way you could put it is, hold on, I'm gonna go to the trunk real quick.
Right.
Let me go to the trunk real quick.
Right. Basically, if my man keep take it back to the club. If my man keep running his mouth, I'm about to go to the trunk. That's basically what we got. Allegedly. Oh, look at
hey!
What you gotta
say? We know what's about to happen. What's going on, Nina?
So I watched the debate.
I want to welcome you to the chat. And I want to show other people how easy it is. You see how she just joined in? She's just going to give her opinion. Y'all can do the same thing. We can hold up to 10 people. Go ahead.
It's all opinions. I mean, I listened to the debate, and I already know where I'm going with my vote. So I just watched to see what was going to be said. But when he said, kind of what I took from it was telling the white supremacist people that on my call, it's a go.
Right.
And that's what I took from it. And so I'm not a violent person, but that tells me as people of color, and that's not just Black folk, that's Hispanics, that's anybody who's a person of color in this country, you need to boss up and get prepared. Any minority, get prepared. That's what tells me. And part of it is because I see the rhetoric he talks about. I see how he talks about the cities. I see how he talks about, Democratic run cities. I see how he talks about, I want to bring the military in and everything else. All the stuff I'm hearing. And then I hear that's cold. And for me, it's like, it don't sound good. So. That's
You know,
it.
I'm glad you brought up the military, right? Because I went to the protest out here in LA. And when I went to the protest out here in LA, you know, I put on my military uniform, put on my tennis shoes, you know, because you can wear your soft shoes, whatever else. I wasn't trying to go to no protest in the boots just in case the brother had to dip. And I went and I talked to the National Guard. And I know they were on orders. I understand how the rules of engagement work. I know they're not allowed to speak back to you, but that don't mean you can't say what you need to say, right? And so when I went to him, the National Guard, I said, yo, have we been fooled? Have we been tricked? Have we been lied to? Have we been bamboozled, hoodwinked, and all the other different words, right? Because when we put our life on the line for this country, it wasn't for the flag. It was for what the flag claimed to represent. And what the flag claims to represent is freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Do we have that? Have we ever had that? And if not, well, what the hell are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? If we're calling out certain groups, it doesn't matter the name of the group, to be on deck, to be on standby, and supposedly of the land of the free and the home of the brave. What the hell is going on? And not only the person that did it, we're talking about the person in the highest position of America.
Hello, hold that thought, brother. We got a guest coming in. Hold that thought.
All right.
I was gonna be good today.
No.
Yes, not.
What's cracking?
Hold on, is that the goat? We got the goat!
That's Peter.
Hey, hold on. First and foremost, I gotta do this, right? First and foremost, this is my guy, my ace, my boom, my coon, the homie, the GOAT, Mr. Skeeter Jones, Mr. Man. Let me tell you, bro, I'm so grateful to this dude, and I'm so glad that he's on here, so that way I can publicly say this live. I am so humbly grateful to know this man, for this man to mentor me, for him to he shot my film, just for an amazing friendship, accountability partner. I'm just so happy to have some of his wisdom on a debate like this. Let's go, Skeet, because we going in.
Hey man, first of all, man, you gotta let a brother know, what's going on. I just get this thing, and I know if your name hit it, I'm just pushing it. I was like, am I supposed to? I thought I was watching something. Now you got me live. What's up, panelists? How y'all doing?
Good.
How you doing, man?
I am fantastic, thank you.
Hello, before we get back into the conversation, let me hit these comments real fast. So we had a comment from Yolanda Smith Charles. She says, "Hi, I watched the debate for entertainment, period." She said, "I'm voting for Joe. I got my Bible and my guns on deck." Oh, she ain't playing.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Got the Bible and the guns. She's in Revelation chapter 12, verse 30.
Look. I know a lot of people said the same thing. That was all on my timeline.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. Chloe Price said, "Woo, chill." Woo, child.
Woo, child.
Child. Yeah.
Wait.
And then she also said, in that order. So she was agreeing with Yolanda. Let's see.
So the subject today, Peter, just to catch you up, is we're just talking about the debate. We're just talking about the debate and saying whose man's is it. You know what I mean? About Biden and Trump and the representation analysis of how they represented the country and your thoughts.
I should leave because you don't know what man. Don't get me to talking about this.
Come on with it, man. Let's get it. Go ahead.
It's, like she said, it's sad. I mean, we already knew on the other side. That was my whole thing. He didn't do anything that's new to us. Am I correct or wrong about that? Anybody?
No.
Exactly. I wish my man Biden would have, but again, everybody said, "Oh, I wish he would have done better." But I'm like, okay, what do we want him to do?
Right.
Right.
So I just think it's a sad affair of what we we have gone down that rabbit hole, or we open that genie, and I don't know if we can put that genie back in the bottle.
Right.
And that's unfortunate because they playing with our lives.
That part.
And that's my whole thing is they're doing it for sport, but they playing with our lives. I don't like that. That's the part I don't like.
It was disgusting.
It was beyond.
It was
disgusting.
it was a disgust. Just like the reporter said on CNN, he said it was a, what did he say? A complete shit show, but it was something else too. I can't think of everything he said, but it was disgusting.
He said 3 things, and then the young lady said, "No, let's call it what it was. A shit show."
It's shit show. It was. You know, and I will say this, like I said, I already know who I'm voting for. I can't vote for that orange one in office. But I know for me, when he brought up the dead son and brought up his child with the drug abuse, I wouldn't have held composure. It would have been over right in there. I'd have been taking earrings off, Vaseline, let's fight, because you don't bring up a dead child up. I'm sorry. I just that triggered me, and I was like, hell no. That was the Sorry, I'm drinking water.
Here's the thing about it, is that's what he does. We already know his playbook. He did his same playbook 4 years ago. Am I correct or not? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of, again, I wish you would have told me, brother, because we didn't come in prepared. We know what this guy is. We needed a different playbook for this guy. And that's what I'm pissed off about. That we didn't come in with a different playbook for him, because we know who he is and what he stands for. He ain't show us no different than he did. What did he show? Think about it. What did he show last night or the night before that we didn't know? Anybody? Exactly. Crickets.
All right.
Yeah, but this is the issue though, man. You got to think about the fact that, first of all, like I said, the benefit of a Donald Trump is he is bringing, listen, I like to use comparison. He is bringing the snakes out of the grass, man. So all the closet racists, they coming out of the woodworks in support of him, right? But at the same time, we also got to realize there's a lot of those people, right? And they think when my man gets in there and starts talking that bully stuff that he was talking, at the debate, like they consider that powerful, man. Like they consider that him, handling that business, man. So they're in full support of it. Now, we may be looking at the dude like, man, this dude's the clown. But they looking at it like, he almost borderline they Lord and Savior, man. So they willing to die, by the man's side.
Right.
So that's the issue. Like I said, I think we've underestimated how many closet racists out here really support Trump. Like his support base is large.
I have to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say that I don't necessarily think we underestimated it. I think that some people think racism is somebody calling somebody the N-word or wearing a white hood or being a part of the Klan, and it's not that. It's more deeper than that. And I feel like now at this point with the election, Donald Trump, racism has always been here. Ain't never gone away. It's just now he made it okay to be racist in public now.
Yep.
Can I say something that y'all might not like?
Please.
Go ahead, Los.
I'm glad he's in office right now. And the reason why I'm glad that he's in office is for everything that y'all just identified and y'all just said. Because I would rather want to know who you are than for you to continue to sneak around my back and try to stab me, you know what I mean? Now I know how to move accordingly. Now I know how to handle myself. And guess what? I had to let a lot of friends go. Guess what? I had to have a lot of tough conversations. I had to do a lot of reevaluation of me. And it's not about judgment of someone else, because a person has free will to live life how they want to live life, right? But now I can live, the more educated I am, the better decisions that I can make.
Exactly.
And now that I'm more educated, I can move differently. And sometimes you need somebody to shine a light on what is. You know what I mean? Because racism was here way before Donald Trump ever went in office. Ever.
Right.
This ain't nothing new. This ain't no, like we all said, this ain't no surprise.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But now that we are more educated about what's going on, we have to make better decisions with our time. And I believe Skeeter hit it on the head. And I'm so happy with how he worded it. It wasn't about a Trump thing. It wasn't about a Biden thing. It wasn't about an American thing about our lives are being played with.
Right.
And I look at it how, have you guys ever seen movies where you have a lot of rich people looking at all the screens on camera, almost kind of like the Purge type of vibe, and then you have these people in the world trying to survive this event with all these different killers, and then the last person gets the top prize of the money? It almost feels as if we're in a scenario where, yo, if you're telling people to stand by, for what? Something's about to go down. Something's about to pop up. We can't be naive and act like we don't
Right.
know what he said. He said what he
Right.
said. He did what he said. So how are you prepared for that? What
Right.
preparations are you making? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody finna come save you except for you.
Right.
How y'all feel
Mm-mm.
in the comments?
No, that's
We
I
got
agree.
some-
true that.
So thank you.
I agree.
For me, thank you.
But here's on the counter, not argument, because I agree 100% with you. But here's the thing
Kitty,
about
your sound is a little muffled up, man. I don't know if something's going on with your mic at all.
can you hear me? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Is that better?
No, you're good. Everybody.
It is kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's got some feedback coming through it. I can hear some type of feedback or something.
All right, let me well, y'all talk amongst yourselves.
All right. With that, I'll probably start tapping back in.
Yeah, so let me grab some of these comments real quick. So Yolanda Smith Charles, she said, Eve the rapper said racism died when she married her white hubby.
Child by.
Wait, what?
What? Now that right there, I got so many things to say about that.
That's a show. We'll make that
That's a whole show. I gotta hope.
Next comment.
Yes, please, because I got too much.
Y'all wasn't feeling that comment?
Well,
No,
wait.
It's
From
too
her-
much to
wait.
dissect in one conversation with that comment. Seriously.
From her perspective, okay, Eve, that's fine. I don't know if you said it or if you didn't say it. But what I will say is just because you got married, it hasn't stopped anyone from dying in the streets. It hasn't stopped anyone in those court cases or those court decisions. It didn't help out Breonna Taylor, Aubrey,
Nope.
or anyone else. It didn't stop me from getting beat up by the police. So I understand in your own world, because even in Lil Wayne's world, he said he's never experienced racism. And he's telling his truth. And there's nothing wrong with his truth. But in my truth, because your truth isn't just universal, and neither is my truth that's universal, I'll just say from my point of view, I would definitely 1000% disagree.
Right. Right.
Okay, y'all shut that down fast.
It is because okay. So with that comment, you have to take it in context of the fact that her husband is a billionaire too. He's a rich man. So she not only jumped social economic levels, it's a whole different ball game she's dealing with. You know, so in her life, yes, she may not experience after she married her white man because that's who she's with. That's a billionaire. I mean, it's to me. I have so many things I can say about that, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
So back to the point. Do y'all think y'all lives are being played with? I thought that was such an interesting comment.
In a way, I do. I feel like they think it's a joke.
I didn't take the comment lightly, you know. And how can we be free if comments like that can just be freely made? You know what I mean? Where's the liberty and the justice in that when people in those different type of positions can pull those different type of strings for that type of playbook? I find that very interesting. I find it very scary. I find it, you need to get your stuff together because you just got educated on something that you didn't think was actually that real. And if you don't take that hard knock life college course of education that you got, then that is only on you because you were given an opportunity to learn something. Right or wrong.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, we're definitely being played with. But I feel like this is all a part of the game, man. I feel like we go through this every 4 years. For me, like I said, it feels like a cycle. You know, there's some drama that leads up to it. You know, we get ready to vote. You know, then we start the story up. You know, it's ballot boxes, it's polls getting closed. Like I just saw a report not too long ago about some governor or somebody who he just reduced the amount of polls down to one poll, and it's that one poll is supposed to accommodate like 4.7 million people, and it's just like
it was in Texas.
Yeah,
it was in Texas. It was the governor of Texas in Houston. So if you want to early vote in Houston, there's only one place you could drop your vote off now.
Right.
Ain't that crazy? But here, okay, I'm a weirdo. I think weird, right? Because I used to be in the military, so I sometimes just think strategic about different things. If you can only go vote in one place, that means a flood of people will be in a place at one time. And if I just made a statement like "stand by," did that click for anybody else?
Valid point. Valid point, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I know in the military, when we go to war, and we have to be spread out. And the reason why we have to be spread out is because if the enemy wanted to take us out, all it would take is one grenade, one bomb, one rocket launcher, one this, one that, because everyone is in a group together.
Right.
So I'm not saying bad things could happen at this scenario. I'm just saying it creates that possibility of bad things to be able to happen. Like the Vegas shooter was only able to, and God rest anybody who's ever lost their life. I'm not disrespecting the dead. I don't want nobody to take this out of character or anything what I'm saying. But even in the Vegas shooting, it was a concert. The young man was able to break a window out of the Vegas hotel and aim into a crowded area. And that's how he was able to have so many victims, because the area was crowded. In a crowded area, people become easier targets, is all I'm stating.
But at the same time,
I mean,
Yeah.
I could go. We could go deeper than that. Also, when you think about the fact that the state of Florida is totally reopening back to 100% capacity with COVID. I'm sorry, thinking about this. I think October 15th is supposed to be it's supposed to go back to full capacity. It takes about 2 weeks for COVID to really be something. Who does it affect mostly negatively? Black people and poor people.
Right.
So I mean, I'm thinking about all the conspiracy theories right now. So
I think I'm not gonna make it just black and white, because black and white aren't the only people that live here. But I will say that is a minority experience, sure. But definitely, I think minorities definitely need to wake up and pay attention to.
Yeah, but like I said, touching back on the whole Texas piece, I mean, you're creating a bottleneck. So that's the purpose, right? If you got everybody trying to flood into this one pole, you create a bottleneck. That's the whole point. Which is the only reason why you would limit down a large demographic like that to one pole. So that's strategic. That's deliberate.
It's a filtering system, Quay, because only the strongest will survive. Only the strongest will stay to get there, because no one's going to wait in line, and that's how you decrease the vote.
No, exactly. That's my point, man. But see, that's where my bad. Hold on, Garrett. Yeah, man, just hit that link, Garrett, and you can come join us, man. But that's the point. Wait, hold on one sec.
Hold on, I'm gonna tap out real quick. Wait, I'm here. I'm just sending my man the link, because we having a side conversation. I'm like, don't have the side conversation. Let's get this in, because you got a great opinion, and I'm not always right, and you're able to debate that. Because his point was, when I said that about the bottleneck and people could possibly, am I scaring people from going to vote? And I don't want, that's not my goal, is to scare people not to go vote. But I'm just saying what reality of things that happen, when you create scenarios like that purposely, because it wasn't initially like that. It was purposely created to be that way. So that was my point. But
if you
is that Garrett?
hey, how's it going, man?
What's going on, man? You all right?
Blessings, man. Just in here, doing my thing. What's going on? How you been?
Man, I've been good, man. I wanted to get you on the show, man, because I know you public enemy #1 right now, man.
Man, shots fired, man. I got security. I got a couple things on me, I'm good. I got 6ix9ine detail going right now, so I'm gonna be all right. How y'all doing? Man,
while I got you on,
what's up?
How's it going? I didn't get your name. I don't see her name. What's your name? I had to tune out of the chat for a moment.
Everybody, my government name is Tristina, but everybody who know me from back in the day call me Nina. So
okay, nice to meet you.
What up, though?
Yeah, she did some band time with us, man.
Okay, and my bad. Had hair back then.
Who's that?
She was in the band with us, man.
You said Derek?
Oh, yeah.
No,
I do remember. Yeah, I remember you. How you doing?
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
How's
Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, from Southfield, born and raised, I feel like that's a very interesting dynamic, But I also grew up in the church, so I couldn't go outside. So I don't know why they always coming for me. I couldn't even go outside. All right. But no, I grew up in the church. You know, went to Southfield. Graduated from Detroit Public Schools, and then kind of just skipped the whole college thing, went in the studio, and just started building my life like that. And
Beautiful.
An interesting journey.
Hey, well, thank you, brother. You got life experiences. We're glad that you made it here. It's an accomplishment to be where you are. So congratulations on all the success, and welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity. I was told yesterday that I had a platform. I wasn't even aware, you know. Just a disclaimer or a context to contextualize my post. I think you kind of understood the spirit in which I was doing everything, Quay. You know what I mean? It was more so less rhetorical and more satirical and more just set up to ask pertinent questions to get people to think, you know, because for some reason we've been pushed into, I heard you guys reference it earlier, we've been pushed into this cycle of democracy that tells us, you know, the lesser of two evils, you know, like we have to make so many I guess how you say it? We have to make I don't know, I just feel like as Black folks we have to put so much on the table, and they never meet us halfway. The politicians never meet us halfway. Sorry, I got a little choked up, but I just feel like, you know, the spirit of what I was trying to say is I'm not a Trump supporter, you know. I don't know if I support any political party particularly just because of the choices that we have at this point. And I just feel like we've been kind of back into this corner that basically says, hey, this is what you got, take it. And no one really wants to make a deal with us, you know, as far as, you know, you've heard Ice Cube hint at it. You know, there could be a deal made with Black America. I don't know if it looks like free healthcare, if it looks like free education, if it looks like, you know, tax benefits, tax breaks, or if it looks like a check. Because I feel like Black folks gonna hit the Gucci store if we just give them a check. They're not gonna really.
Some of that.
It's not gonna be all.
Some of that's true. Some of that's true, and some of that's true. That's not a. Some of it's true, because I won't just say Black people, because you see people win the lottery all the time, any race.
Yeah.
And because they don't have financial education, they're broke within the next 2 to 3 years. So I think you'll be referring to that point. So I won't say all Black people are just going to go to a Gucci store, because that's an unfair label. But I do understand what you mean by when people do get money. When you don't have financial education on how to spend that, we can use NFL players or any sports players that had major paychecks that are no longer wealthy anymore because they didn't know how to handle or manage their finances. So I understand the point you were trying to make in that.
Yeah, and I think to go a little bit further with what I was trying to say before, I think Black folk are kind of involved in a post-traumatic stress relationship, you know, with America that caused a lot of us to take a victimization mentality where we feel as if the system owes us something. You know, I think the loaded thing that Trump has done, you know, when he says make America great again, like that again makes it so, like, you know, contentious almost, but you got to almost look at it and say, our forefathers, the people who were fighting for civil rights, these were not people who were waiting for America to give them something. They were actually a group of people who were very fed up, you know, who were just getting introduced to middle class, getting introduced to wealth, and they were pushing that agenda more so than the whole America has done this. You know, they were saying it, but they were actively doing something about it. I don't know if it's a recourse of COVID-19 and everybody sitting at home, because it's made us all just turn to Twitter fingers, you know, and I've done my experiment. Let me make a post, you know, let me make a post and just see where this thing go. And it leads to everybody at home like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they will type paragraphs for me, but they won't write their congressman. They won't, you know, like, like I don't see it, at least. Now, I can't testify to what people are doing behind closed doors, just like they can't tell you, you know, I had to tell a few people yesterday, like, hey, you don't know me, you know, like, you don't know what I do, how I contribute, you know, it's like literally like, but I think it's the COVID that's like caused people to be at home, bored, and I feel like they almost lash out when they see anything about Trump, when they see anything about the negative over the media, because you got to think they're pumping the fear 24 hours a day. We're getting it. It's like COVID. It took all these people. You know, I'm the type of person who asked the question like, well, 200,000 people die in the States, but 1 million people die worldwide. There's no way we knew 1 million people would die this year. I don't care who got the call, who knew what, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, Trump is a fool. He's telling folks to drink bleach. Biden and them, they're politicizing it. They're wearing masks to everything. Like literally, like every commercial, every debate, every ad is like a smear. So I'm over the politicization of everything. You know, I feel like it's not a good look for us as Black folk right now. They pushing it so hard and we're all like, ugh. And people are saying it's going to be a race war. Potentially, but have you been to your local Starbucks lately? Have you gone to Trader Joe's? Have you gone to Whole Foods? Have you gone to any place you want to eat dinner at or have a drink at? Just go have a steak tomorrow. I don't think the tensions are as thick as the media is portraying it. Everywhere I go, there's white folks, there's Black folks. Go to the casino. I don't think, I think, but what happens is once you're stimulated by the negativity and the fear and the constant cycle, it causes something. That's why I made the comment. I said, I hope nobody had a heart attack after the debate, because I knew they was really going, but for me, all those emotions should steer you into action. Like, I mean, if it's not doing that, I feel like we all just Twitter finger. We all just Meek Mill, and we just, like it doesn't make sense. So I'm sorry I went too far, but I have so many points, but
no, you good.
I have a lot of questions too.
Go ahead. Let Nina get this real quick, Los. Go ahead.
No, that's not a question. You're still in Detroit area, right?
Now I am.
Okay.
COVID-99. Now I'm still traveling, but for family, I mean, it really was real, so I want to be close to the people who I love most,
right,
and who I could help most, in those types of times, so
right. I think I'm just saying to people in this area in Detroit, I think a lot of us were impacted directly with COVID in one way, shape, or form. My story is, I'm telling my story. I literally knew somebody who passed from COVID within 10 days from March to April. And we all know Miss Perryman had it. Miss Perryman passed and her mom passed from it.
Right.
Literally the same day, one of my really good friends, her dad passed from it, and one of my other friends, her aunt and uncle passed from it. That told me this issue is real, So yes, it's fear. They will put fear monger and everything else, but at the same time is I understand why they're saying we need to put that message out there, put the mask on, because truthfully, if we have some type of federal mandate, we would not be in the situation we're in right now. That's I personally believe.
I agree. I mean, I lost people as well, and I'm not desensitized to that fact. I just look at it like, like we were going to lose a certain amount of people, and that sucks to say. I'm more along the line of thinking of what that man Quay doing. I see him; he raised his juice up. So when my people, they got it, and my parents they literally talk to me to this day like, oh, I don't know how we made it through that. I'm like, hello, me, they were like, well, we were praying. I'm like, well, it's a lot of church folks who was praying, but I made sure that I was giving them the organic diet and, giving them black seed oil. And, I followed the Dr. Sebi thing to a T because I've had experience with that in the past, just trying to help people with that in the past. So I know that we lost people. It's very real. But my problem is taking that fear that the fear is natural. They took the fear that the people had and they put it on a loop. A constant, continuous loop, and they almost shadowed it as we're raising awareness. But there's a certain vibration that comes along with the idiot box. I hate to say it, you know, and it pumps all day. Like you gotta
Don't need to say it because you ain't doing nothing but telling the
you
truth.
gotta
Go ahead and
turn it
speak your
off at some
truth.
point and gain some perspective. And what I learned is that people were dying. Like I said, I was on the front line. Like, I'm not letting it happen. My personal experience, my family went to the hospital, and 5 days in, I was like, no, I'm getting you out of there. I like your chances at home. We're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna have to feed you every meal. I'm gonna have to give you these vitamins, and I'm more of a Eastern Ayurvedic, African medicine type, you know, herbal type platform. But I'm like, if I gotta give you Tylenol to break this fever, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, you know, like and did what we had to do. But like, sorry to cut you off. So I don't want to minimize that and say like, oh, the pandemic wasn't real. No, it was very real. However, in the context, they took the fear and looped it, and now people are super tight. So now, and same the way they did with Trump. When have you ever seen a president that got in office where, since he got elected, the media has literally like transformed their platform to be editorialized all day? So now tomorrow news becomes what Trump did yesterday. I can't believe it. I'm like, where is the news? What happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know who's paying who. I ain't trying to get into all the conspiracies because we can go way down the rabbit hole, but what happened? Like, where did it happen to where that only thing I can equate it to? Y'all know we hip hop heads. Y'all remember when Benzino was going at Eminem and he was partners with the dude who ran the Source magazine?
Right.
And then when that war started, it was a stream of like 20 issues of the Source where it wasn't nothing but just Eminem is a racist. Eminem is a like this, to the point where the Source magazine is no more. It blew up. It imploded on itself. So I look at it like that's the only time we've ever seen something like that. So that's why I'm making the post that I'm making, because I'm like, you gotta see the game in this. I don't know what's the end game, but you gotta see that they're mixing it up right now and they're using this to kind of, you know, usher in whatever else they're trying to do next, you know. So
America has always been the sphere to usher a new wave in. You can't tell me one war that has happened without the fear tactic before we went to war, because they created the mass hysteria. Lives were lost in order to get the people emotional to give us permission to go do the bidding that they wanted to do for their own reasons and how they wanted to play Monopoly to move things. You know what I mean?
It has to be real. Like I agree with you, man. You preaching, because I just feel like I have a reasonable amount of understanding and common sense. I can just look, if I watch long enough, I'm like, and then when I see the behavior of my people, I'm like, is that what y'all think? You know, like I don't see that, you know.
Well, since you brought that up, right? What do you think about the platinum program that Trump came up with, the Platinum Empowered program for Black people that he came up with? Because I saw the plan, and then I went and I looked at Roland Martin and the deconstruction of that plan, and I just found it to be a very intriguing conversation. So
I mean, as far as right now, I consider it great marketing, but you know what I mean? I'm not really sure. Like, so far, I'm kind of in a space where I'm not trusting either side. So please enlighten me, you know, like on that, because I don't want to speak on it, you know, from an uneducated place. But I'm like, anyone who's trying to put a deal on the table is worth us looking at. You know, we need to be able to see what the terms are and what we get out of it. And I think most folks, Black folks right now, are like, no, we just need him out. I'm at least willing to look at you know what I mean? Like,
let me speak on it. Let me speak on it. Let's say, let me just talk some biz real quick.
Yeah,
so the plan is some garbage.
Oh, it is.
Essentially, it's a package of symbolism. Yeah, when people start using the word minority, that's when you know you about to get played, because nobody ever wants to be specific and say Black people or African Americans or however you want to call it, right? Nobody ever wants to use that verbiage, and there's a reason why they do that, because when you use the verbiage minority, which is all through the plan, That can be white women.
White women.
That can be Middle Easterns. That can be Eastern Indians. That can be Africans. That can be all types of Asians. That can be all type. Basically, the folks who benefit right now. So the liquor store owners, the beauty supply store owners, the housewives, all of those folks. Those are the minorities. So whenever that's in the plan, it's some okie doke, and it ain't about to help us out as a people. So the plan is garbage. So that's what I do know.
What about the part where he just
and I don't doubt
platinum, where he just says platinum? Like that's supposed to catch people's attention. The platinum.
I felt
love platinum, right? They love gold. They're gonna love platinum. I can see the black. I laugh at it. Like to me, it's laughable, but maybe maybe the other people they don't find it. But I'm just
the blacks love the platinums.
They're gonna love platinum. I mean.
I would say go to Roland Martin's page and watch the deconstruction of the Platinum Empowered Black program by Donald Trump. Because I do agree with you at this, right? I agree that people should always be open-minded to hear something new. And once you take that information, filter it for yourself to know what's going to benefit you and yourself. So I would say listen to the plan, read the plan, and then go look at the deconstruction of it by Roland Martin, and then go do your own research for yourself.
Right.
And there's
plenty
videos about it. And I've been looking at stuff about it because I was like, I'm no way, shape ever going to be a Trump supporter. Y'all just don't know. But I like to know what he's talking about so that if somebody comes to me, it's a mess, I could talk back to them and be educated about it. There was a part in the plan, and correct me if I'm wrong, that said like $500 billion. But when you go down to the mix of it, it really is $40 billion. Then with hopes that other businesses come in and throw money to it to get to the $500 billion.
Right.
So
it's not a comprehensive plan. It's not. They don't really got the cheese assigned, the bread already assigned for it. They gotta go get still gotta go get something.
Exactly. And so to me, it sounds like it's a whole bunch of BS. It's more pandering. I mean, simple fact of the matter is that, and I will say this, like going back to even the debate with the white supremacy question, being against racism is yes or no. That's black or white. There's no gray area. There's no him, haws, whatsoever. That should be like, I'm opposed to it. And on several occasions, he's had opportunities to say, I'm not down with that. And he's hemmed and hawed and tried to, so for me, it's like, you're throwing this plan out, but you also can't, it ain't right. It ain't right. My spirit ain't right.
Nina, but hold up. So we gotta put this out there though. But I guess this is my thing though. What are we expecting? So once again, cause we kind of touched on this on our that other show we did around voting, right? This system, once again, we have to understand this. This system is based and created on the structure of white supremacy. So why do we expect that a white man who has benefited off of white supremacy is going to denounce white supremacy?
And in addition to that, if you watch the debate, it looked like one colonizer saying to the other colonizer, man, you shut down our classes that's supposed to teach us how to treat our niggas. And I don't like that.
You know what it remind me of?
I'm laughing because it's kind of funny though. Like I should
He's right. He's right though.
They mad at the other colonizer because he said because he openly said he was a racist. But did you hear that other one flew by your head while he was what? I'm like, it's a game to me, man. I'm just
you know what's a part of the game as well, right? I'm gonna take a shot at the NFL. The NFL came out and said, you know what? We support Black Lives Matter. Yeah, we're all about it. We're sorry. Colin, you were right.
My bad.
Your job. Eric Reed's still back in the league.
Right.
And it's a way to change the narrative to jump on the train because they knew they were wrong. But at the same time, I'm going to cut off the head because if we cut off the head, no one else will stand up to take a chance to do this again.
Yeah. And that's how I feel like that's how they moving. They're like, well, I got a platinum plan. I got the platinum course. You know what I mean? I got Obamacare.
Not the
I
platinum.
got Obamacare with a twist. You know, it's just like
Trump care.
Like I really feel like in the Black community and in the nation period, like whoever's making the decision on what plan is for us, they need to definitely be consulting other Black people. Like the colonizers cannot come up with the plan for us.
So let me ask y'all this question. Let me ask this question. So you brought up a good point. So let me put this question out there. So how let me just do a quick little survey. How about how old is everybody on the panel? Because I'm 40.
You know, I'm in the music industry, so I'm your age.
Here go Nina. Here she go.
You know how old I am.
I'm with you, Nina. I'm an angel. I'm blessed to be here.
Yes.
Angel.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
I'm
going to assume everybody's somewhere near 40, right?
Mid to late, you know. No, man.
So,
early.
So,
I don't know what he's talking about, Lord.
Out of the times that you voted, right? How many times out of the times that you voted do you feel that when you voted that Black folks actually got what they wanted?
Goose egg. Zero.
I'm looking at Nina. I'm looking at Nina.
Very few, but like I said, I'm always going to vote. I feel like I'm really, and it's something I didn't say last time. And I feel like what we have to do, and I'm gonna tell you, I feel like we have to learn the system to beat the system, to break the system. And I think that's what we missed. That's what we stopped doing. And I admit I voted and didn't do anything else. I'm voting, yeah, Obama got in. Woo, we did something. But that's only part of it. And I think that's what's missing is that we get riled up every 4 years. We don't go and vote for, our AGs, our sheriffs, our judges. We don't even research our judges half the time. We just say, oh, that name looks nice. That may be Black. Okay. We have to research the things we do, and we don't do that on a whole. And I think that's where we lose a lot, is that we show up every 4 years, but no, we need to show up every 4 years, every 2 years, every year, every millage, every city council position, everything, to know that we're building the block. We don't do that as a whole. And I feel like in order for us to change the system, we have to break the system, is to get into the system, learn it, and work from it to break it. That's how we did it before.
Now, here's the thing. Chloe just stated that we will never break the system. It was created for us to lose. I understand why you feel that way, sis.
But if we don't show up, we can't.
History has shown that we can't be broken. And the reason why I say that is because we're still here.
Very resilient people. I agree.
That's different, Los. That's different, though, man.
But what I'm saying is, though, I agree with Nina about, as far as we have to understand politics. We need to be invested in politics, and I can't believe I just said this, more than we are in sports, more than we are in music, more than we are in the bullshit that we are so caught up in as a people, because that is one of the biggest games that's being played that we are really not a part of, that we should understand, that we should know better, that we should know all the ins and outs of it. Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry, Chloe. I wasn't saying that you said we're broken or whatever else like that. You know what I mean? What I was talking about is the system that they have us in. I agree with Nina about us learning it, learning how to use it, learning how to create our benefits of it. Not only that, but taking our wealth and putting our money where our mouth is. Or let me change that: our money where we want our loss to be. Because if the Black dollar doesn't stay in the Black community less than 24 hours, then what happens if we kept that type of income and we start putting that income towards our own politics, towards our own laws, and we were out there voting on time, not just for the presidential election and different things like that? How can we make a difference if we learn the game? That's just my opinion.
My opinion is kind of close to what Chloe is saying, though, because due to the fact of the nature of systemic racism, like exactly what the forefathers were saying when they wrote it, like they weren't even talking about us at all. Like they got here and they said we're about to write a plan for us. We're not about to bring some other folks over here and include them on the plan that we made for us. Like it didn't make any sense. So it was never meant for us anyway. We have participated in it over the years, and pretty much to no avail. I feel like, and the reason being behind that, I have 2 points to make. Number one is you say we have to learn the system to break the system. So many people are upset and out of sorts about what Trump paid for his taxes. Now, from one entrepreneur to another one, we're in the cut trying to figure out how to pay less tax.
Facts.
Why is everybody so upset? Why isn't anybody saying we need to figure out what he's
How
doing?
he did it.
How?
Facts.
How? No, that's not coming. So when people are saying, "Oh, we need to figure out the system," it's like, yeah, I know one thing. I voted for Hillary. I campaigned for her, but I knew one thing that if Trump won, I knew we were going to see powerful white men in action on a day-to-day basis. You get what I'm saying? Like we were getting to see how the moves are made. Like we were going to get to see how literally we're going to get to see like what shady stuff is going on, what backhanded stuff is going on. Like every other president has been like great at hiding. They'll go send drones here, they'll go bomb there, they'll go do this. You know, he basically gets on TV and just runs his mouth every day. Not to say that there aren't things, but I do want to be able to see that in action. So I feel like more folks, it's too many people crying at this point, and it's not enough people trying to figure out how to hack the system. There are ways to pay little to no taxes. You know, you put a home business at home, you writing off your lunches, your electricity, you writing off your rent. You writing off, you know what I mean? Like, folks, we need to tap in. Stop the TV and worry about what's going on and actually do something about it. I've never seen a black community of victims like this. When I read history, it shows us as a way more stronger people than it's showing right now. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, Garrett. But see that, you know, you have to go back. That whole process or that resilience that you're talking about, that got broken back at the stage of integration.
Mm-hmm.
When we integrated,
like,
and we became dependent on the folks that we despise right now. We became dependent on them. And they've been oppressing us ever since, man. So now we fell into that trap, and now that's our mindset. I made a video about that point that you just made about the fact that folks were pissed off that they heard that Trump only paid $750 or whatever it was in taxes. And I'm like, instead of being mad about this cat playing, basically working the system that he benefits from, we need to figure out how to work that thing too.
Man,
because I said our mindset is just backwards when it comes to this stuff. Like I said, we so disgusted with these whack cats, we just stay pissed off with it. But it's like we got to figure out how to play that game, because it's all a game anyway. But we just don't know how to play that game. We never was taught or educated on how to play that game. And like I said, we got to look at this thing differently.
And that's why, like,
this is what's so funny, Quay, right? That's why we wanted to do the show based off of both of you, both of you gentlemen's point. Is the Constitution for minorities? And I wanted to do that, right? Well, no, that's a show though, Quay. That's a show, right? Because people will say, well, what about the amendments? And my example to them was, Kwesi, if I came into your home, right? And I told you I want equal rights in your home. I want to be able to do whatever you're doing because I feel like I deserve to be equal. You're going to look at me and be like, hell no, this is my house. And you're going to follow the rules of how I move in my crib, right? The amendments would be, can I sit on your couch? Yeah, I'll let you sit on my couch. Can I use your bathroom? Yes, I can use your bathroom. Can you get me something to drink? Those are amendments, right? But at the end of the day, you don't have to extend any of those things to me. You choose to. And when you choose not for it to work like that, I feel like that's how the Constitution is in general, because it was never written for us. We were always 3/5. We were never considered. We wasn't in the room. We didn't help create it. We weren't one of the forefathers of the Constitution. So they made amendments to allow us to do certain things and move in certain type of ways. Like you're able to protest. You're able to do little small certain things, but we're not able to do it to the same extent of our counterparts who created it.
Thanks.
That would be a dope show. That'd be a dope show.
Yeah, no, we gotta have that conversation. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing. So like I said, I know this thing is heated. Like I said, I'm glad Garrett was able to get on the show, because I said I've been seeing him getting ate up lately.
They cooking me, dog. They went back to elementary on me. They said Remember
Yeah,
when I kicked your ball over the fence?
yeah, they've been eating you up, brother. And I'm like, man, and like I said, I know where you coming from, man, but they've been on your head, man. And like I said, they done turned you into a Trump supporter. They done did all type
Man,
of stuff.
I'm just like, respectfully, y'all can block me. Y'all don't have to engage. You know, like I said, ideally, I want people to just think about what we're being offered and put it all on the table. I don't think we've had, on account of our leaderships being capped off in broad daylight, you know, we can't have a Malcolm, we can't have a Martin, you know, they gave us Obama and he wasn't really a threat. You know what I mean? Like at one point we had a certain level of organization where we can come together and say, hey, we're going to have certain principles. We're going to try to move the money with each other. I feel like everybody right now is just going to be mad and just say, you know, I think we're overly dependent on the system. Much how the United States is dependent on foreign oil and all that, but we're overly dependent on the system. None of us are taking our wealth, putting it together, learn how to build it. Like I'm potentially at fault in that as well, you know. But now I believe I can change, you know, and I believe I can come bridge the gap and bring some people together and figure out how we're gonna make some investments that are gonna benefit us in the future. Because right now we're just waiting for somebody to pop up there and give us either the platinum plan, the gold plan, or you know, some type of handout. And they're not consulting us to figure out what we want. Who's the person to go talk to them and say, we want this, our demands are this, or we walking, or we back to Africa? I don't know how it looks, but like we have no representative who really can go, you know, like I don't believe none of those people sitting in the Senate, you know, they're all building careers off of this, you know, off this shenanigans that's going on right now. But
so let me present this question. Like I said, I want Nina to grab this one first.
Oh Lord, okay.
So do you think so right now, as I understand it, it's the way it's set up now, or the way we've been pushed, right? You pretty much have white folks voting Republican, black folks voting Democrat. Do we need to let that go? So basically, you know, like I said, I know it's kind of customary that black folks are supposed to vote Democratic. I'm sure everybody was raised and heard that through the family somewhere. Do we need to let that go? Is that the route we should continue on, or should we be looking at a different avenue? I want you to grab that first.
This election, I'm just saying. Like I said, I just want him. I'm one of those who want him out of there because I can't anymore. But I feel like we need to get rid of the two-party system. I really am feeling that way lately.
Okay.
I feel like the two-party system does not only benefits the rich. I feel like it doesn't benefit anyone but people who are wealth. And that includes how Donald Trump can only pay $750 in taxes every year, however you pay it or whatever. But yeah, I feel like we do need to go to either create our own. I don't even know, because honestly, not all white people vote Republican. There's quite a few who do vote Democrat. So
right.
I feel like we need to that system needs to go. I feel like the two-party system has to go. We have to have better opportunities for other parties to come in with better ideas. I don't know how that will happen, but
I looked on the ballot, sis. It's like 8 parties.
Yeah,
like I'm not, you know.
I don't know. Even in 2016, even in 2016, I voted for Hillary too, and I looked at the other parties and stuff. But some of them, I was like, nope. I looked like, whack job, nope. So
they got the Taxpayers Party. They got the
you got the Green Party, Libertarian, Independents.
So Nina, let me ask you something, Nina, just based off something that you just said. Mm-hmm. So you said back in 2016 you voted for Hillary.
I did.
If I ask you a question, will you keep it 100 with me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm thinking honest about it. Go ahead.
Did you really want to vote for Hillary?
No.
What?
No. Look.
No. Why did you do it?
Because I did not
America
want
did not want Hillary.
I'm a strategic voter. I will admit this. I'm a strategic voter. Okay. So when I voted in 2016, I admitted I voted. Actually, did the primary. I was Bernie girl at that time.
Okay.
And I really wanted Bernie, and I felt away. And I was like, well, okay. So I looked at Hillary's agenda, looked at Bernie's agenda. A lot of the stuff was similar, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go for Hillary because I didn't like Trump, period. So I wasn't going for Trump. I refused to go for him. Sorry, can't do it. No. Nope.
So let me ask you another question. So in 2020, do you really want to vote for Biden?
I am voting for Biden. I will admit to that.
Oh,
I told y'all I'm running with Joe.
Wait, Nina. So are you telling me
Joe? Not slow Joe, dog.
Hold on. I gotta understand this. So are you telling me that the last quote unquote 2 times that you voted, you voted for people that you really didn't want to vote for?
That's who I voted for. I voted for where they aligned at. So for me, I look at also what their platforms are, but also the fact that if, like, you see what happened with Trump this last 3 years, and he's got 3 Supreme Court justices in there. So for me, I was going for more of the people who align with what I believe in, what I follow. Honestly, I admit I am kind of fearful for women's rights right now. I'm older now, so I ain't gotta worry about the pro-choice and all that for me.
For sure.
I worry about the fact that the stuff that's going on now with the Supreme Court is not going to affect me directly, probably not immediately, but it's going to affect anybody 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. So that's the way I vote. It's not necessarily the person. I look at what the things they can do, and also look at the fact of what they could who else they could put in power. And the fact of the matter is, for me, I feel like one party shouldn't have full unadulterated power like the Republicans had the last 4 years. That's a scary thought. So a lot of times for me, go ahead.
I'm actually this last question, and I'm gonna leave you alone. I know I'm harassing you right now.
Whatever, it don't matter.
So have you ever voted for somebody that you actually wanted to vote for?
Obama. I wanted to vote for Obama. I was happy for it. I was an Obama supporter, and I voted for Obama, and I was happy about it. So
why?
Honestly,
was that because he was black?
Hold on, I want to hear this. Why?
That was part of it. I ain't gonna lie, that was part of it. It was part because I was a black man. I love the fact that seeing somebody who looked like me in a position of power, I liked it. Granted, we didn't get everything because he couldn't do everything that we wanted or have anything because he's a black man. Trust and believe. If you push the black agenda, they would have put a bullet in that man's head. I don't care what anybody say.
Hey, if they put me in that, I'm gonna take one for my. Cause I thought Obama was gonna take one for us. I thought Obama was gonna take one for us.
But
we want to know.
Office,
not in the head, like in the shoulder or something. You know what I mean? Like, come back.
So when he got in office, I remember there was so many times I said, "Oh Lord, we got a black president. They're gonna try to take him out." That's the first thing I thought of. And I hope I wasn't the only one who thought that, but I did think that.
I felt like he didn't want to upset the water. I felt like he was like, look, I do feel like after that, a lot of excuses been made. Well, he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. I was like, well, he did the gay marriage thing. He did the weed thing. He did some stuff.
But again,
you know what I mean? Like, they didn't let him do that. I'm like, what? He did that.
But also, if you look at the LGBT community, they move all together in one way. We don't move like that. They actually have more financial backing than we do in a lot of ways. So he has opportunity to that because they have the financial backing to do that. Have you seen so many celebrities say something bad, say something about somebody gay, and their career is done? Yeah. Versus something bad about somebody black.
Lobbyists were getting him the cheese to make that happen.
But that's what we probably gonna have to do.
That is so interesting.
It's sad.
That's why I don't like the system, because it's just like, so you pay like you weigh. You pay like you weigh, and you get done what you get done. And every once in a while they throw us a figurehead, but they throw us a lot of fluffy deals in the process. I'm just like, who can we actually talk to who will actually hear our demands? I don't think either of the candidates we have available right now are going to do that. And I don't think history is showing us that it doesn't happen like that.
So the
But
next
yeah,
question will be is how do we change that? What can we do as person A who is going to work every day, living in Southfield, Michigan,
Anarchy,
living in LA? What can we do today to change it?
Yeah, anarchy. Trump is the rogue politician that's sent from the pits of hell to basically break the system. We don't like him, but he is a necessary evil. All great empires have seen their day. Right now, though, we'd all rather be going to Starbucks and Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. No one really wants to interrupt business as usual right now, because although we say we are oppressed, we have been, we still get to see, maybe because I grew up in Southfield. My people had a little something. I got teased because I didn't have the new J's, but
We all got teased.
we never met you.
Man, Cass needs to stop, man. Like Cass was just rich because they was in Southfield. I need y'all to stop with that.
We wasn't rich, but we did okay.
Tell them the truth, Sway. They
I
need this Southfield swag. They need to kill that whack ball they had up there.
Though. I feel like sometimes you have white privilege, but you also have social economic privilege. We don't talk about that. And that's things when your parents have, and not even just Southfield, just in fact, the matter, some people may have a middle class upbringing. You have a little more, you may have more options open to you, the more money you have available to you. So that could be it too. But the same thing, the matter is, I'm a black woman, you a black man. If a white cop pull you over, they gonna see how much money you got. They gonna see you as a black man. Yeah. They ain't gonna see degrees. They're not gonna see you a certain way. So
I like driving through Latham Village, man. I feel you though.
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like, what can we do? And I think part of the problem is that when we have, with integration or anything else back in the day, all black people, no matter what your status was, we all were together, regardless of how poor you were, how wealthy you were, we were all together. And we had to be together and we were able to learn from each other to get the people who are poor to bring them up. We don't have that anymore.
No, because first thing black folks do right now, and I ain't saying they wrong for it, we get some cheese and we out. Pew. With white flight came black folks right behind them because we wanted better education. You don't want to look out and see an eyesore on your block. Not to defend Trump again, but when he said the thing about suburban housewives, everybody felt like that was a loaded thing. But all the people I know that made it, they got about the hood, bro. And they don't want no low-income housing by them either. So I agree with you on a socioeconomic level. It's more so prejudice based on that. It's more that than racism to me at this point. If you poor, we don't want you around us. If you ain't got no cheese, we not even.
So let's be real, Kwesi. We've been in Southfield forever. I don't know how long you were, but we've been here. I've been here
my life, most of my life.
I grew up because I went to Adler, Bernie, and Southfield, so I know.
Me too.
I know people will say, "Oh, we don't do that on this side of 8 Mile." We said that before. Oh no, we
black folks stuff, right?
So let's be real. We've said that. I've said it. Like,
facts.
So part of it is that, like I said, is that you have white, like you said, white flight, and you had black flight too. Because black people are like, oh no, my kids gotta have a better school. Which I can't blame anybody for doing that. I can't. But the fact of the matter is at the same time when you do that, if you're gonna leave, make sure you still give back or be a presence to show, hey, there's more out here than just 8 Mile. There's more out here than just your hood. There's more out here than just Detroit. There's so much to this world that we do not take advantage of because we're so stuck in our neighborhoods. And we have to be if we have the money to help out, we have to get some of these kids to show there's more out here than just 7 Mile, than just Detroit.
Traveling has enriched my life. That's one of the reasons I had the view I had. A lot of people thought I was bougie. I moved to California. And, now he supports Trump and it's this and that. It's like, no, it's not like that. It's just that I've been around different people that share views. I've had to collaborate with them, do business with them, do things with them that actually brought us together instead of tearing us apart. And like my mom, she was a Detroit public teacher, school teacher for 30 years. And she used to ask her students, like, what did they think, like, the percentage of black people were in the world? And it would be like 80%, 90%. And that was like because they never left their neighborhood. So they literally thought the whole world looked just like them. It's like, we'll travel north of 8 Mile. And that's why I say when people think that we're so divided, it's like, drive through Southfield. It's blacks, it's Jews, it's Chaldeans.
But we had, I think,
We all in there.
in the time we came up.
Wait a minute.
I think in the time we came up, though, it was different. Like, if you look at the people I hung out in middle school, even in high school, we was a very diverse crowd. So our thought process, we were touched with people who were Jewish, who were from South America, who were from,
isn't a full representation of America, though. That small bubble of Southfield doesn't represent Alabama, South Carolina, Mississippi, and all the South struggles or all these other different areas. So it's nice y'all, where y'all grew up, it was roses and bubbles and sing-alongs and kumbayas, and y'all played Red Rover and come over here and red light, green light, stop and go, get it, hide the bottle, spend it. But that ain't for everybody. Everybody don't go through this scenario. So it's cool that y'all can be like, oh no, we don't do that over here, boo boo. Everybody don't get those type of privileges.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what we kind of grew up with. But and for me, I thank God I was able to go to historically black college, because I thought that, black people, we black. We all kind of the same. Oh no, we are so different. I've had people who are Republican, who are ultra conservative, who are, from the hood, from the country, from California. Like, dude, I'm going to class with my rollerblades on, so, and they were all black. But it made me see that our world is so much bigger than what we put ourselves in. And I think the way to get to the next step is we have to show people we're bigger than just what they think we are. We're stronger than what we are.
Facts.
Well, that brings the show to a close. We appreciate our guests on the panel. We appreciate you guys having the conversation. You guys are both always welcome back to the show. We appreciate your opinion. We appreciate your thought process. We appreciate you being brave enough just to join the panel and share your opinion and conversate with us, because that's what the show is all about, first and foremost. So thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you guys for your thoughts. Thank you guys for everything. Please bring a friend. Please come back. Please like and share, because that's the only way the conversations get bigger and better, is with you guys' help. So I'm talking to everyone in the audience. Join the show. Join the panel. You see these two young people up here giving their thoughts and their opinions, when none of us are saying we're experts. We just want to have a conversation, because the more we conversate about things gives us more colors to look at, and the more colors we are able to look at, the prettier and better the picture we're able to paint if we all collaborate, because it's all about collaboration over competition. For our next show will be about A War on Friendly Grounds. It'll be about the book. It'll be about the movie. So for our next show, I have special guests. I'll have all the actors from the movie A War on Friendly Grounds coming on the show. They'll be talking about the movie. They'll be talking about the book, and we'll also be talking about Black Lives Matter and why they felt like it was important to do the movie. And we would love for you guys to go out to your local film festival, support the movie, everything else. We appreciate that. So come out, support us. We'll be doing a Q&A with the actors, and you guys could ask them any question about what is it like to be an actor? What is it like to make a movie? What is that whole process like? Why did you want to attach yourself to this specific movie? And what are your thoughts about Black Lives Matter? So we would love for you guys to join us. It's going to be an amazing show. I have some amazing new upcoming talent that Hollywood will be showcasing in the future. So get ready to see them in movies and commercials, so that way you guys can meet them here first. So we love you guys. Quay, talk to us nice, man. Talk to us about our sponsors, Two Sons Juice, and everything else, and we'll close the show with the quote, boss.
All right, cool, man. Let me just throw the site up real quick. So yeah, just shout out to the sponsors. Two Sons Juice Co. So that's the number 2 Sons Juice CO.com. Based in Metro Detroit. All natural cold pressed juice. Let's say nothing but the best. No preservatives. No words you cannot pronounce. Only the good stuff. So definitely go check them out. TwoSonsJuice.com or TwoSonsJuiceCo.com. And also we have A War on Friendly Grounds. Like Carlos just mentioned. It's going to be going down next show, so definitely come check it out. Go support the book as well. 5-star rated on Amazon. So the website is A War on Friendly Grounds, awaronfriendlygrounds.com. All right, Lowe's, do your thing, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to please come out and support these amazing actors, man. They actually just helped me make my dream come true. I never thought I would go from wrongfully getting beat up and facing 10 years in jail to having a book, yet alone turning that into a short film to have something to pitch for a feature film. So please come out, talk to the actors, share, bring a friend, join the show, join the conversation, and we're going to leave this show like we leave all the shows. If you die today, would you get an A+ on life's report card? And only you know the answer to that question. But if not, and you're blessed to see tomorrow, you better live like it's extra credit because tomorrow's not promised. We're all 6 degrees of separation from loving each other, and every day that you wake up is an opportunity to change your future, but it's a closer day to your grave. What are you waiting for? Be great with every breath you take. Share, like, bring a friend. We love you guys.
Thank you.
All right, once again, let's say thank you for joining the show. Nina, Garrett, we appreciate you as always. I said definitely come back and check us out for the next one. Like I said we always want you guys to come in and give your perspectives. I said we know y'all gonna bring that good energy every time. But once again, thanks again, and everybody have a great night.
Nina, thank you for representing for the ladies just as well. Bring some more lady friends. Women, they have an amazing opinion. We want Black women on the show. We want every woman on the show, you know what I mean? And if you got any brothers from Southfield or any talent that you want to bring out to the show and have them join this conversation, please bring your friends as well.
Definitely. I wasn't planning on being on tonight though, but I just jumped in.
You was coming. You was coming on.
No, okay, I'm coming on. What's on? Give me a second. I'm planning on it.
All right, y'all have a great night. We'll catch y'all in the next one.
Good
Love
night.
you guys. Be blessed.
All right.